The best place to start is at the end because I can only tell you what I have learned myself. So let's take a look. The company is the Yadhuvir. We help men to attract any kind of girls they wish to attract. More than 200 men are living in sexual abundance every year through our online mastermind, bootcamps, and immersions. We helped 300 men in the year before to have sex with more than 20 women in a year, but that was too crazy. We scaled back to helping only 100 men a year because it's more sustainable, more fun, and more profitable for both parties. And it took a long time to find the right balance in the process that truly helps to master the method. How does it work? Well, this is my studio, and this is the first electric guitar that I bought after collecting money for 8 months. This is how I used to look then. Funny. This is a dream catcher. Both of them were gifted to me by a woman whom I met in Bali during our 7 days immersion program. This is how I look now. This is my cat, which I bought after gaining profit from crypto investment. These are my friends. Why this method is awesome. It works anywhere in the world. It's super profitable. You get to do it with your friends. And you attract a lot of girls talking about what you love. You help other people. And COVID doesn't affect it. We have trained approximately 1,500 men in 5 years. They were doctors, IITians, entrepreneurs, army men, traders, exporters, pilots. We love our customers. We all went to mountains together. And the other times, they send me photos like this. But what do we do? Well, we have 3 products. Come, I'll show you them. First one is Online Mastermind. It teaches you how to get started and attract girls easily using the principles taught in the program. It's 10 days online video course, plus you get an infield bundle with 9 Indian infield breakdowns. There's an online community where you can ask questions, share answers, and celebrate your wins. Like this guy. He had sex just a day ago. We do a 1-hour video call every day from Monday to Friday at 9 p.m. Indian time. And that's Mastermind. You get all of that stuff for 14.99 Indian rupees. Our second course is 3 days bootcamp. It helps you to learn how to attract girls anywhere by going out with Yadhuvir every day live in infield. It's a 3 days workshop that starts at 2 p.m. and ends at 2 a.m. with a higher level of support from our side. There's an online community filled with talented people attracting a lot of girls, and you can find your accountability partner to help you go through the journey. Like this guy. His accountability partner was so awesome that they ended up forming long-term friendship with each other. So yes, that's a 3 days bootcamp. You get all of this stuff for 49,899 Indian rupees. Our third product is 7 days immersion. It teaches you how to tap into your inner masculinity and inner child to attract any girl from any country, culture, caste or creed effortlessly. We stay together at the same place and spend all the time together sharpening the skills to the next level. We start at 4 p.m. every day till 4 a.m. and visit amazing nightclubs, beaches, streets, etc. and continue this schedule for 7 days to become a master. Oh, by the way, that's a girl sitting among us. Yes, women are in favor of our principles, methods, rules, and techniques. There's an online community filled with amazing people who are masters in this space. So yes, this is a 7 days immersion and you get all of this stuff for 290k INR. Oh yeah, if you participate in any of these events once, you get an amazing gift from our side to rejoin in the same future events without paying for it again, because we believe in once a student, forever a student. Some people think of it as courses, but I think of them as worlds. So how the numbers work? Anyways, our result breakdown looks like this. These are the courses. This is the price of it. This is the amount of people who showed interest and bought these courses, and this is the success rate. For fun, I love to visit mountains, creating melodies on guitar, pampering my cat, and how can I forget reading books? But my first true love was computer. Oh, I love computers. Anyways, coming back to business. This is the Yadhuvir. We help men to attract girls in any part of the world, and this is what I have built. This is what I have done, and this is what I can show how to do because I have already done it. But it didn't happen overnight. It happened over time in stages. So let's break down two stages of growth. So first of all, there is a newbie. He's practicing the basics. He spends a lot of time to search on internet, goes through surfing. So basically, he's always practicing the basics. He's learning the skills. And with the help of this, through a lot of trial and error, he is maybe going to end up having 0 to 5 pulls in 1 year. Then there is a transition to intermediate. And when you are an intermediate, you know the process, so you start implementing core principles. And you just don't start implementing it. Once you start internalizing it, you start teaching the skills. And when you're teaching something, you're learning it yourself as well. This is how you end up having 5 to 20 pulls in 1 year. And then there is the advanced stage, which is mastering the whole game as one and building a harem of women. And in this stage, you can even pull more than 30 women in a year. In this video, we are specifically going to talk about how to move from newbie to intermediate with 6 major shifts. So the first major shift is from Frankenstein to fun. What happens in this? You basically become Frankenstein trying to add different things to your game. You don't know what actually works, so you end up mix matching and wasting a lot of time. And it becomes Frankenstein that starts controlling you. You get pulled in different directions. This can be right, I can do this, I can do that. Which is why you fall out of love with it. Which is why it's no longer joyous and suffering begins everywhere. Your experience of game is the girl's experience of you. That's why newbies keep getting rejected. Take an example of General Motors as Frankenstein. General Motors became a Frankenstein once. It grew bloated, lost and confused. Only had 3 out of 200 companies that were making profit. Jack Welch joins the team, slashed the investment back from 80% of the businesses and returned General Motors to its core business where they are making a lot of profits. So what did he do? This is the solution. You have to weed your garden. When you start learning the process of attracting girls, it's like you're sowing a seed and nurturing it to a plant. But if you're not careful, weed enters the garden and you will mistake the weed as the plant. Take some time to look at your process. Ask yourself, what's the main thing? Ruthlessly then cut the bloat and complexity and regain focus and tap back into the joy by taking out all of the weeds. Meet this guy. He took a bootcamp with us. He was a Frankenstein before. And now see, he's doing amazing. And understand that it works. Now let's talk about the second major shift, the complexity trap. Attraction doesn't work according to anyone. And the 1:1 relationship with women, it's time taking. You get burned down and think this isn't my cup of tea. You spend so much of time spending with so much of women and you end up getting butthurt again because it's taking just a lot of time. There is no return on investment for the time you spent learning different concepts. Complexity increases exponentially. And that's the result. You know what? I used to be the same. I used to try to attract every beautiful girl. Tried to feel more like a man by approaching more women. And this is why I kept running out of time. I tried with free YouTube videos and you know what? It got more complicated. Transitioning from free books and free videos to depending on my only experience. That is how I finally decoupled my approaches from time. That means now I don't talk to women looking how much time I'm in the interaction. It can be only 15 seconds and she is totally in because I'm not even focused on time. I decoupled my approaches from time. And this is the solution. Make your interactions intense in less time. Find the mastery patterns in your approaches. And after finding the mastery patterns, you will have the freedom to do it anytime and anywhere. That is when you scale your mastery patterns in every interaction and you decouple your approach from human time as well. That means at this point, you won't have to go out and approach anyone because you'll be having a huge social circle and all of the women in that social circle see you as a high status man and you get the freedom to pick anyone. This is how the attraction starts working in your favor. This is my friend. He used to be a student of a famous dating coach but was not getting results. He joined the mastermind program and then chose to attend the Goa immersion as well. And now he has freedom and lives in abundance. The video testimonial is available on YouTube. Now let's talk about the third major shift, which is from labor to system. The problem is interactions done on the spots are difficult to scale sexually because those interactions are in 1:1 relationship with human time. Which is why when you hit a number of sets and you're like, I have done these many approaches today, after that number of sets, the complexity increases exponentially. Then what do? Take an example of Henry Ford. In 1900, cars were made by hands. It took 4 months to build a car. Every car was customized and unique. Then Henry Ford comes in and he streamlined the production. He invented the production line and Ford produces Model Ts in 5 hours flat now. And that's the solution. Systemize and automate your brain's key operations. Identify recurring tasks and cycles. Systemize closing the interactions. Systemize your pulling and text game. This is how you will decouple your whole interaction from the human time. And this is when you'll be sitting at your home when a lot of women will be feeling like just meeting you. He used to be a nerd, studying in a science institute and never felt the touch of a woman. He attended the 3 days boot camp and now he enjoys the freedom of choice. Meet another friend. He's a doctor. He was trying to come out of broken heart syndrome when I met him. He took boot camp from another dating coach just before meeting me. But it didn't work. And now he's in a relationship. Moving on with the fourth major shift, that is from doing to delegating. You see, some tasks cannot be automated. You can't do all of them yourself. No prizes or rewards for being a one-man band. You must delegate instead of doing everything by yourself. That is how you will unlock the power of people. See, look at me. I used to do everything myself. I refused to delegate. I tried to automate everything, which is when I hit a limit and got fat, stressed, and unhealthy. Finally, I let go of control and hired Karan as my in-field photographer. This is when business growth exploded. Plus, I started having a lot of fun. And that's the solution. Hire a coach. Share easiest problems first. Give them the freedom to show you how to learn. Delegate more and more to them because teamwork is dream work. Meet another friend. He used to be a humanized computer, always in his head and finding best possible solutions to sometimes vague situations. But after 3 days boot camp, everything changed. Now he even helps other guys to do the same. The testimonial is available on YouTube. Now let's move on with the fifth major shift, that is from chaos to control. Emotions make us change things we shouldn't. Impulsive changes lead to chaotic results. These chaotic results validate panic, which leads to escalated panic, like a snake eating its own tail. I used to make emotional decisions as well. I used to see a competitor or negative comment make a dramatic change in my game, and this resulted in chaotic results and more panic. This is when I quit watching free videos, reading free books, and looked at women instead. And that is when my game and emotions got better and even more stable. And guys, this is the solution. Make calm, rational decisions with data. Ditch free advices from people who are not where you want to be. Use field reports to track daily processes. Learn the relationship between offering and receiving. This is when you will change one thing at a time and you will optimize slowly. For example, this is one of a friend. He's an IITian. He works in an MNC, and that sucks. He never gets time to be with girls, which is why he developed huge anxiety whenever he was close to women. But after attending a bootcamp, he was introduced to an amazing world of women. Then he ended up taking Goa and Thailand immersion as well, and now he enjoys a lot of abundance in his life. The testimonial is on YouTube. Now let's move on with the sixth and last major shift, which is from mourning to mentor. The problem is, doing something for the first time is hard. You make a lot of mistakes, and mistakes cost you time, energy, and money. This grinds on your emotions and self-belief, and sometimes you just feel like it's too much to handle. You see guys, in 1600, there was no physics and gravity or calculus. People used to believe that men in sky push planets around with their fingers. Then Newton came and invented physics, gravity, and calculus. And Newton followed a really amazing principle. Newton used to say, if I have seen further than others, it is by standing on the shoulder of giants. Which means genius output always has genius input. The best always learn from the best. And that's the solution. You have to think who, not how. Find a mentor who is where you want to go. Learn from their experience. Dodge the big mistakes and the pain as well, and get where you want to faster. Meet another friend. He's also an IITian. He works in Goldman Sachs. He loves economics. But when I met him, he didn't know how to talk to girls when the only thing he talks about all day is economics. So I devised a special method for him, and now he enjoys free sexual selection. So guys, now you have two options from here. The first one is you go at it all alone, which is slower, full of mistakes, expensive and painful. And the second option is you go at it together, which is faster, less mistakes, significantly cheaper and fun. And if you choose the second option, then the timeline for us working together would look like this. On the day one, we'll talk about the psychology of women. Your opening game will become sharpened and you will know how to have high intensity game defined in a really short time, and you'll be ready to go. On day two, you'll be closing the sets, vibing with girls, and continue the process of closing. And by the time you reach day three, you'll end up finding your own game with respect to the system that you have been learning, and this is how you'll let the volume flow through in your life. If this sounds like you and you want to transition from newbie to intermediate and grow your game to 10 plus pulls per month, and that too quickly with my personal help, then let's talk. You can book a 15-minute call. It's a phone call. We'll diagnose your current situation, see if our model will work for you, map out an action plan to 10 pulls a month, and understand guys, this is the most valuable 15 minutes you invest this year. Who this is for? This is for working class, entrepreneurs, doctors, bankers, coaches, consultants, authors, and anyone who is currently trying to attract a girl or a lot of women. People who are going out from a long time and still haven't got any success. People who know they are good at what they do and believe they can add value to their interactions. People who really love women and value results above everything else. And people who want to understand that they need to have some skin in the game. So if this sounds like you and you want to transition your game from newbie to intermediate and grow your game to 10 plus pulls per month, and that too quickly with my personal help, then WhatsApp me on the number given below and let's get connected on a call to find out what we have to offer and give to you is a good fit or not. If it fits, then we can work together, and if it isn't, then no hard feelings. You would have still got 15 minutes call with me and will quickly jot down the process to 10 pulls per month quickly. Like I said, this would be the best 15 minutes you will ever invest in your game. Without any further ado, WhatsApp me on the number given below right now. What are you waiting for? Do it.